Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we will be traveling to a very interesting country. This country is considered one of the world's most powerful countries, and because it holds great value, it is also one of the most secure countries in the world. Now, you must be wondering why we said this was a very interesting country. Well, this is the world's smallest country. But before we tell you what this country is and why it's so powerful, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. This will only take a few seconds from you, but it will motivate us to make more wonderful content for you. Click on the bell icon so you are the first ones to know when we post another video. The state of Vatican City, in the center of Rome, Italy, is the smallest state in Europe, both in population and expanse. It has a total area of 0.44 square kilometers, and inside its wall live approximately 800 people. For comparison, Vatican City is 250 times smaller than Disney World, and it is the same size as the largest mall in America, and because of the secrets it holds, it is the 18th most powerful country in the world. The Vatican was once large, containing all of Rome and including San Marino within its borders, but when Italy was reunifying Italy, they invaded the Vatican because they refused to engage in any land grabs. Eventually, the Vatican agreed to this small plot of land where the Pope would be able to live. On February 11, 1929, Pope Pius XI and Mussolini signed the Lateran Treaty, which officially declared the Vatican City to be separate from the rest of Italy. The Vatican dates back to the Roman Empire, and all these popes throughout history have met many famous world leaders including Napoleon Bonaparte, Henry IV, and many more. Christians make up the majority of the population and the main religion is Catholicism. The Vatican City serves as both the Pope's residence and the heart of the Roman Catholic Church, and so the Pope is the ruler of Vatican City State in addition to being the Bishop of Rome and the leader of the Roman Catholic Church. The official language of Vatican City is Italian, which is also the language used for administrative and diplomatic matters. However, Latin was the main language used in the region of the modern Vatican City during the Roman Empire and the era of Papal States. One of the things that make Vatican City so powerful is that it has its own Swiss military, and so in the Swiss Guard, Swiss German is used for giving commands, but the individual guards take their oath of loyalty in their own languages. French is also sometimes used as a diplomatic language. You may have already guessed it, but since Vatican City is an individually recognized country, it has its own flag. The Papal or Vatican City flag is a two-part yellow, toward the shaft, and white cloth with the intersecting keys loaded in the middle and the tririgno tiara on top. The shaft is topped with a spear decorated with a diagonal stripe in the same colors as the flag and trimmed with gold. In ancient times, the Papal States flag was yellow and crimson, the Senate's and Roman people's customary colors. Since it has its own flag, it definitely should also have its own currency. Vatican coins are recognized as legal currency in Italy and all other nations as a result of the monetary deal with the Italian government. Italy and the Vatican City reached an agreement in 2000 that allowed the Vatican to use the euro as its official currency despite neither being a member of the European Union nor the Eurozone. On the other hand, the Vatican euro was created with a picture of the Pope on the back to distinguish itself as an independent city-state. Even though Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, it holds some of the world's most important ancient artifacts, which is another reason that makes it a very powerful and secure country. There are 3 main world records in the country that makes it even more special. World-famous paintings in the Sistine Chapel, the only Latin ATM in the world, and the world's shortest railway track. The Sistine Chapel, the Pope's personal chapel, is a rectangular chamber that was constructed by Pope Sixtus IV between 1473 and 1484. The conclave to choose the next pope is conducted here upon the death of the current pope. The ceiling and wall paintings by Michelangelo and others, which are regarded as the best examples of Renaissance art, underwent thorough restoration work between 1980 and 1994. This work involved removing layers of overpainting, varnish, grease, and candle soot to reveal the fresco's vibrant original colors. Since the paintings are very old, They have been restored multiple times. Because of this, anyone visiting the chapel is not allowed to film or take pictures. This is because the camera flashes can damage the artwork. When traveling to another country, ATM transactions are very important. ATMs often have multiple languages to choose from, but the Vatican Bank is the world's only bank that allows ATM users to perform transactions in Latin. The reason this is shocking is that it is not used in the same manner as modern languages such as English or Spanish. The language of ancient Rome and its empire is widely used as a language of scholarship and administration. Vatican City boasts of having the shortest railway network in the world, consisting of only two 300 meters long tracks. Città Vaticano is the only railroad station in the area. The railway is mostly used for transporting cargo. This rail system's lack of regular passenger trains is another interesting fact. There is a tiny Vatican tax-free department shop there as well, but it is only open to diplomats and the 800 Vatican citizens. It also handles travelers and products. The railway was built between 1929 and 1934, shortly after the Lateran Treaty, which established the Vatican city-state, was signed. Construction of the Vatican City Railway cost 24 million lire, or a little more than $1 million, and it was wholly funded by Benito Mussolini's Italian government. The distance should have made it reasonably simple to guarantee that the trains arrived on time. The line connects the Vatican station in Rome with the San Pietro station in Italian territory, which is close to the Vatican walls. The tunnel in the Vatican walls is guarded by a sliding iron gate that can be opened or closed as needed to allow convoys to pass. This means that the path between the Italian state and the Vatican is not always available. Now that we have talked about the records Vatican City has, let's visit some of the most famous tourist locations. St. Peter's Basilica, the biggest, richest, and most beautiful basilica in all of Italy, are superior to all of the city's magnificent cathedrals. It was built above a church in the 4th century for 120 years before being established in Rome in 1626. Some of Italy's most recognized artworks are among the many spectacular works of art that fill its luxurious interior. Beginning in 326, older buildings were replaced on what is believed to be St. Peter's burial site. Before you even step foot inside the church, you can see the works of renowned artists, a Bernini mosaic fragment over the main doorway and an equestrian statue of Constantine on a horse in the portico. Both the twin bronze doors are original to the old church. Although St. Peter's Basilica is a respected gathering place and a top tourist destination in Vatican City, it also has another function. It is claimed to be St. Peter's final resting place, whose tomb is said to be situated exactly beneath the basilica's high altar. A wealth of historical artifacts can be found beneath St. Peter's Cathedral's towering dome and priceless paintings. Many people are aware of the Papal Roman ruins, which are private chapels beneath the cathedral and contain the tombs of former popes, as well as the 12th century church that stands next to them. Some people are unaware of the huge ruins that have been discovered even further beneath the surface of the earth, showing burial grounds dating back to the 1st century BCE. The cemetery believed to contain St. Peter's own remains, a relic that the Vatican is still carefully uncovering, is the most significant find. Within the Vatican gates, near the Vatican museums, is one of Rome's most stunning gardens, which attracts thousands of visitors each year. The popes of the period have used the Vatican gardens as a place of prayer and relaxation since their creation. An orchard, a lawn, and a garden once made up the garden inside the protective walls. Between 500 and 600, the garden was decorated with statues and fountains owing to significant artists and architects, reaching its height of aesthetic and architectural beauty. Fountains with diverse water elements, including the Fountain of the Galera, the Fountain of the Eagle, and a fountain in the style of a galleon that fires water jets from its cannons, are decorative features of the gardens. It also has statues of the Madonna, shrines, temples, and caves inside the Vatican gardens. Despite being such a small country, Vatican City does have a good share of renowned artifacts and tourist attractions. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to stay updated on our next upload. Until next time, happy traveling.